6:48 right now. Time for the morning rush. A New Mexico police chief is saying a man accused of stabbing a woman multiple times should have never been out on the street in the first place. Earlier this year, 34-year-old George Schwerin, was charged with drunk driving and car theft, but a judge found Schwerin incompetent to stand trial. After his release, Schwerin was charged with stabbing a woman more than 20 times at a Farmington hotel.
We are working to learn more about a man who died after falling off of a ledge in the Sandia Mountains. Yesterday, BCSO confirmed with News 13 that the hiker was found near the Sandia Crest House gift shop on Sandia Crest Road. Details are limited, but we do know the hiker was described as being in his 50s.
Albuquerque police say that a New Mexico man charged with murdering his friend with a metal pipe has now also admitted to raping a family member. Investigators say Juan Portillo Mendez was under investigation by APD's Crimes Against Children unit. That's when he was charged with murder. A family member told police she had gone to stay with Mendez in 2024 for a few days when he sexually assaulted her. Ryan.
And more moisture is ahead. The past several days, dew points have been around the 40-degree range, meaning it's pretty dry for this time of the year, especially during the monsoon season. That doesn't really produce enough moisture for us to receive rain in Albuquerque. But today into this weekend to next week, especially around Tuesday, dew points will be in the 50s, potentially the low 60s. That will be enough to produce not only more moisture and storms, but lower temperatures, air temperatures that is, as well.
A mother-daughter duo in Silver City is facing a long list of charges accused of stealing more than $1 million through their daycare. The New Mexico Department of Justice says Suzanne and Beth Ann Key ran the Kids in Need of Supportive Services after-school program in Silver City. The DOJ says they were getting Medicaid funding by falsely claiming they were providing kids with therapy.
A former Albuquerque police cadet and her husband, they could spend up to 2 decades behind bars. This comes after being charged with human smuggling and money laundering. 44-year-olds Nan Zhang and 62-year-old Sanjay Kurana, they are accused of turning 4 rental properties into stash houses for human smuggling. Federal prosecutors say that the couple knowingly rented the units to smugglers to house people brought into the country illegally.
The price of commissary items will be going down for New Mexico inmates. Union Supply Group has managed commissary operations since 2021, but the DOC says they've recently taken over control as of last Monday. Under the new system, the Corrections Department purchases items in bulk and passes the savings on to inmates. Ryan.
And the climate is changing in terms of El Nino and La Nina. Ocean temperatures along the equatorial Eastern Pacific Ocean are cooling. That actually has a huge impact on our weather. A La Nina watch has been issued as temperatures on the surface of the ocean continue to cool. That may mean a La Nina, which usually means, especially as we head closer to the winter time frame, warmer weather and also drier weather. Something we'll keep an eye on ahead.
If you have a blank wall on your property that needs a makeover, the city of Albuquerque is now going to be offering a special grant to help make it happen. Applications are now open for the Murals of Possibility grant program that offers $750 to cover the cost for the property owners, businesses, and artists to collaborate and create new murals.
Happening this weekend, University of New Mexico health workers will be offering free screening for skin cancer. Screenings will be available at UNM Specialty Care Clinic in Gallup tomorrow from 10 in the morning until noon. Appointments and insurance cards are not needed. UNM says everyone who arrived during the event hours will be screened. Ryan.
And taking a look at traffic right now, no major incidents on the roadways as traffic is moving along mostly just fine. Taking a look at the Big I right now, as we do notice it is slowing a little bit on some of the ramps, getting toward some of the interstates, but generally still smooth sailing traffic for the most part. And we'll have more updates later on.
An Albuquerque couple now knows what color to paint their nursery thanks to a little help from rock and roll royalty. Sophia and Zayden were enjoying Def Leppard at Isleta Amphitheater when all of a sudden the band announced that they are about to have a baby girl and congratulated the couple.
And now it's time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, an Albuquerque couple is still reeling after one of their favorite rock bands announced the gender of their baby at a recent concert. Sophia and Zayden were in the crowd at the Def Leppard concert at Isleta Amphitheater Tuesday night when all of a sudden the spotlight turned to them. That's when Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott made a surprising announcement. The couple would be having a baby girl. While the couple doesn't have a name yet, they say they'll be raising their daughter on Def Leppard's music.
At number 4, the price of commissary items is going to be going down for New Mexico inmates. That's according to the state's Corrections Department, who says that those behind bars are going to be spending significantly less for the provisions. Union Supply Group has managed the commissary operation since 2021, but the DOC says that they took control of the service last Monday. Under the new system, the Corrections Department purchases the items in bulk and then passes the savings on to the inmates.
And at number 3, more chances of rainfall, especially today. Now, in far east New Mexico, you'll likely be rain-free. But either way, for almost all locations, it will be cooler. More storms in the Rio Grande Valley into the Four Corners this evening, and more storms in the mountains throughout the afternoon. We'll see more of those storms forming to the south as we head into the weekend, and then stormier and cooler by next week.
At number 2, a New Mexico police chief is saying that a man accused of stabbing a woman multiple times should have never been out on the streets in the first place. 34-year-old George Schwerin was charged with stabbing a woman more than 20 times in the head, neck, and chest. It was at a Farmington hotel. Now, earlier this year, Schwerin was charged with drunk driving and car theft, but court records show that he was released from custody while awaiting trial, despite being arrested twice before. Now, last month, the judge found Schwerin incompetent to stand trial, dismissing his case and releasing him days before the stabbing.
And number this morning, a mother-daughter duo in Silver City is facing a long list of charges accused of stealing more than $1 million through their daycare. The New Mexico Department of Justice says Suzanne and Beth Ann Key ran the Kids in Need of Supportive Services after-school program in Silver City. That's a nonprofit that helps connect kids with services they need and helps working families with after-school care. But the DOJ says they were getting Medicaid funding by falsely claiming they were providing kids with therapy. Both are expected in court for preliminary hearings within the next 2 weeks.